Hello. Good morning.
How are you, Jen?
Good. I just realized I can't wear my glasses, but whatever.
Morning.
Good morning. I was doing some charts and thought, oh crap, it's 6:30. It's a little too chilly to go outside today. Okay. Any requests this morning?
Feel like over here,
Yeah.
it's bothering me. But just
Okay.
that, I don't know if it's because my hips are tight. I don't know.
Can be.
Yeah.
Is there a pattern to it, like in terms of when?
Usually it's usually there lingering, but more so after I do maybe more squats than usual.
Okay. Okay. See a bit of stability or overworking type tension. Yeah, we can work through that today.
Okay.
That'll work well, actually.
Awesome.
All right. Hey, Paul.
Morning.
Did you guys listen in to the town hall meeting with Ryan and Michelle last night?
I did.
I did
Yeah,
not.
good.
No. How was it?
It was very good. I love the idea of them having almost like a board of directors at the gym of
Yeah.
members to kind of help navigate when things come up. It's so good. So. All right. Well, I think everyone's here. So why don't we lay in our back, start in Shavasana, and let's find some awesome movement this morning. Good morning. Hi, Julie. So we're just starting in Shavasana. So lying on your back, finding a comfortable position. We'll just spend the next few moments connecting to our breath. So as you're lying, there may be some wandering thoughts cruising through the busy brain, the busy mind, and just start to focus on the physical feeling of your breath. So let your awareness and let your focus become what it feels like when you inhale, how that breath feels moving through the body, and similarly how it feels on the exhale. Allowing a little bit more expansion through the belly, through the rib cage as you exhale. And a fuller release on a longer exhale. And just noticing, just noticing. Again, wandering thoughts will come. And as they do, just redirect your awareness to your breath and how that feels in your body. Again, expanding on the inhale. And relaxing deeper on your exhale. On your next inhale, let's sweep those arms up overhead. Clasp the fingers together, flip the palm to the back of the room, and just really reach through the side body. Maybe flex and point your feet. Just kind of get long, see how things feel. Ensure you're breathing as those arms are overhead. Wiggle around a little in your hips, your pelvis. And just really get long there. Then you can inhale those arms back down to your side. Let's inhale knees to chest. Give those knees your first hug towards you for the day. And just gentle rock and roll from side to side. Kind of noticing what you notice there. Pull your shoulders away from your ears, lengthen the back of your neck. And then let's gently circle those knees together on the ceiling. So knees are together. I'm drawing a circle with my knees on the ceiling. Knees come towards me, knees move away. And just again, kind of noticing. Try to relax through the groin, let the hands hold the weight of the knees. Moving in that circle. And then let's move the other way. So changing direction, knees are still together. Just exploring there. And then as you come back to stillness, give the knees a big squeeze again. And then let's take those knees apart as we draw two circles on the ceiling, one with each knee. So knees come together, knees move away from each other, and back towards you. Again, keep the shoulders relaxed. And just again, notice how that feels. Continue to keep your breath moving. Really aware if you start to hold your breath at all. And then let's move back through center in the other direction. And again, just kind of noticing how those hips feel in the socket. So we're just rotating the femur bone, the thigh bone in the socket of the hip here. Awesome. Give those knees a little squeeze into the chest again. Let's drop the knees, or the feet rather, down to the mat. Mat width apart. Arms can come to a T, palms facing the ceiling. We'll just gently windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Again, noticing what that feels like. Trying to make sure the movement goes through the hips as opposed to the lower back. And just again, moving through those hips. Drawing the knee closer towards the mat actively. Allowing your collarbones to be broad, your shoulders to relax against your mat. Good. And then as you come back through center, give those knees a hug in towards your chest again, a big squeeze. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, straighten your right leg long. Draw your left knee towards your chest. Shoulders down, away from the ears. Both feet are flexed. Soften the groin of the left hip. Really connect that right leg long to the mat. Inhaling to reach the right leg long. Exhaling to soften left knee to chest. Good, then we'll just take the outside of the left knee with your right hand, and we'll just draw that left knee across the body into your twist. You can adjust your upper body. Left hand can come to a T, palm up. If that's too much, bring it down to your side body. Now breathing into the length of that left side body, your rib cage, your spine. Reach your tailbone away. Tuck your lower abdominals in just a little bit. You can take your right hand to the outside of the left knee, and you can certainly adjust the position of that left knee to change where you feel the opening or stretch through the body. So we want collarbones broad, moving towards the ceiling. Lower back is supported. Twist is in the upper back and the pelvis hips. Now either staying here, or you can straighten that left knee to increase the length along the outside of the left thigh. Think about softening the left groin. Sometimes that feels a bit pinchy. You can also adjust your leg a little lower if that's too pinchy, or if you want to move into it further, bring that left toe or that left foot higher up. Right leg's long, reaching long through the tailbone. One more deep breath here. Full exhale. And then roll all the way down to your right side. Adjust yourself on your mat as you need. We'll have the right leg long. Create a pillow cradle for your head with your arm. Both legs are long here. Hips and knees are straight. And then we're going to reach behind and grab that left ankle. And we're going to draw the heel towards the bum. We're going to find a straight line as much as possible and lengthen through the front of the left hip and the quad. If your balance is a little tricky, you can always bend the right knee. Kind of bend that right leg up underneath you, but ideally balance on that right hip. Pull that left heel towards the bum. Try and line up the thigh bones to really lengthen through the quad. Full breath there. And then let's let that go. Bend hips and knees up to 90 degrees. Adjust your upper body as you need to. Bring both arms out in front. And you may want to grab a pillow, or you can rest your head on the floor, or you can hold your head neck if that's okay. And let's make some big circles with that left arm. So I'm creating a big circumference with the left arm. I'm moving the upper body, but I'm keeping the hips and knees stacked so that I can open up through the left chest, the left shoulder. Trying to keep the elbow straight if you can. And again, allow your left shoulder to roll back towards the mat, but try not to twist through your lower back. Try and keep those hips, knees, and lower back stacked. So big circles here. Try not to strain too much through your neck. Certainly grab a pillow if that's a challenge. Good, we'll do one more. Really open up through that shoulder. Good. And then we'll come back onto our right side. Create that pillow for your head again with your right arm. We'll straighten the right leg below and come into just that side body, almost sleeping position where the left knee is drawn up and across the body. Then we'll take our right arm long to a T position and we'll roll back into a twist from here. So this is even a little bit more of a deeper twist. So left leg's across the body, hip and knee bent. Upper body facing the ceiling, arms to a T. And again, it'll further allow us to get some length through that left hip, pelvis, spine. Nice deep breath here. Fully relax. Let's inhale, come back onto our back. Adjust yourself on the mat. Give the knees a little hug into the chest. See how you feel there. Little rock and roll. And we're going to go through that sequence on the other side. So big inhale. As you exhale, straighten your left leg long down to the mat. Take that right knee towards chest. Both feet are flexed. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. As you inhale, connect the left leg to the mat. Reach it long. And as you exhale, soften the right knee towards the chest. Noticing what you notice here. Take the outside of the right knee with the left hand. And as you exhale, draw that right knee across, body twist. Hands can come to a T, or that left hand can anchor the right knee down. Think about lengthening through the spine. Really reach through the bottom of the tailbone away. You can even tuck the front ribs into the body a little and just gently tuck your lower core. So just gently engage that lower core by drawing the pubic bone up and in. Relax your right shoulder down to the mat. Full breath in, full breath out. Again, wandering thoughts are fine. Expect them, and when they come, just reconnect to the feeling of the pose and the movement of your breath. Let's come all the way onto the right side body. You can make a cradle for your head or grab a pillow. You're going to straighten both legs long. Find that balance on your left hip. And once you have that, reach behind, grab the right ankle. Ideally, thighs are together, lined up, right shoulders back. We pull the heel towards the bum and reach the kneecap away. And again, if that's not available to you, you can just bend that knee and tuck the heel towards the bum as much as possible to be a bit more active, but you'll still get the length across the front of the hip. But we don't really want that, oh, I just got a hamstring cramp. We don't really want that thigh up towards the ceiling. We do want it close to the left. So we want to open up across the right hip, lengthen through the quad, breathing into that. There's certainly some effort involved in terms of keeping the balance on the left hip. That's a good thing. And just finding that. Then let's release that. Bend hip and knees up to 90 degrees, arms out in front. Either finding a pillow for your head or supporting your neck with your own muscles. We'll find those big circles with your right arm big circumference. Breathing as you do so. Again, moving through the shoulder, the upper back, the chest, but trying to keep the hips and the knees stacked. Keeping the movement out of the lower back as best you can. And just kind of noticing what you notice. As you reach around for that full shoulder circle, let the right shoulder roll back, even if that means the upper body rolls with it. We want the rib cage, the chest, to work with the shoulder as opposed to the shoulder just levering on the chest. So think width and wingspan as you come around with that circle. Good. Now coming back to start, let's straighten the left leg below, right knee bent, and then we'll just peel back to come back into a twist. So arms to a T, right leg is across the body, long through the spine, relax the ribs into the body, and breathing into that twist. And certainly adjust your right leg as you want or need. And again, if you want to find a little bit more length through the outside of that right hip and hamstring, you can move that right knee towards more straightening. That'll bring on length through the hamstring. And when you're in a twist of the upper body and you move towards length of the lower body, you're really finding more space in the body as a whole. That's why sometimes adding that layer of movement can find more movement for you. Let's inhale, unwind back to center. Adjust yourself on your mat, straighten up there. And let's just gently windshield wiper the knees from side to side and notice how you feel. It's quite normal to feel kind of funky through the spine when you move out of a twist. You're just going from one range of motion to another. And sometimes that transition can be a little tricky. So again, moving through the hips, windshield wipers, knees to chest, that kind of thing is nice for the body in that transition. All right, let's hug knees to the chest. We're going to roll up into upright and we'll come into our tabletop position. Let's all meet in tabletop here. And just take a moment to find the good alignment. So we want the wrists under the shoulders. And think about spreading the fingers wide and anchoring into your index finger and your thumb. And just almost like you're pressing your fingers and palms down into the mat like a gas pedal. It'll take some pressure off the wrist. Toes can be tucked or untucked. And let's just move through our cat-cow. So as we inhale, we arch the spine, lift the gaze, roll the shoulders back. And as we exhale, we reach between the shoulder blades, tuck the tail by drawing up from the front. So draw up on the pubic bone. Think of creating that curve from the abdominals and then reversing, arching the spine, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the gaze. And alternatively rounding the spine. So I'll really use my hands as a lever here to create more purchase around the upper back. And then I think of drawing up through my pelvic floor, deep core from the front to round through the lower back. I try not to pull with the tailbone itself or those muscles there. That can get tricky. Arching the spine. And rounding the spine. Awesome. We're just going to lower ourselves down to our bellies. Create a nice pillow with your hands for your forehead. And just take 2 or 3 deep breaths here. So really breathing into the belly, breathing into the lower back. And then fully exhaling, letting the weight of the body settle down in. Good. We'll bring ourselves back up. Let's come into our Sphinx pose. So toes are untucked. Elbows are just slightly ahead of the shoulders. Shoulders are down. There's pressure on your lower back. You can pull your belly button away from the mat so you get a little bit more core support. But if it's okay for you, allow your shoulders to relax and relax the chest forward. So then I start to feel that in the middle back, and it's a little uncomfortable, but more likely because it feels like movement I don't do a lot. So just breathing into that. But again, if it's too much, I can just press down through my forearms and bring my belly button and my lower abdominals away from the mat. But see if you can relax into that. If it's tight on the lower back as well, the other thing you can do is widen the legs. Otherwise, you can keep those legs about hip width apart. So just breathing there. Let's lower ourselves down, tuck our toes, bring ourselves up through tabletop, back into an active child's pose. So I'm reaching through the hands, bum to heels. I've still got my toes tucked to give a nice lengthening through the plantar or the sole of the foot, the Achilles. I'm reaching my bum back. Deep breath there. And then we'll inhale back down to the belly. And you can either come into your Sphinx again, or if you'd rather, you can inhale, pressing hands to mat, upward dog. And again, in the upward dog, I'm still reaching chest towards the front of the room, drawing the shoulders back. I have some lift of the deep lower abdominals and a little bit of squeeze of the glutes. And then letting the body relax down towards the mat. Deep breath here. And then exhale down. Move back through child's pose once more. So find lots of length here. Breathing into the lower back, relaxing through the sits bones. Awesome, we'll come onto our tummy once more. Make a pillow for your forehead. And let's just windshield wiper the knees from side to side. So knees are bent, feet are up towards the ceiling. And just windshield the knees from side to side. Wonderful. So we're going to complete our practice moving into Shavasana today, or now, but I would encourage you to maybe either stay in your stomach if you're comfortable in your stomach, but you don't do it very often. It's a really nice way to decompress your spine and breathe. You could go into your child's pose and breathe there for the next couple minutes. Or if you wanted to come in onto your back, you could do that as well, just a traditional Shavasana. So your choice, but move into a position where we can just spend the next maybe 2 minutes reconnecting to only breath. So stillness of body, but movement of breath. So whatever position might feel therapeutic for you based on the movement we've done there. And again, just noticing in the body, so a lot of spinal twisting today. So if your back muscles are feeling a little challenged, Send your breath there. Allow them to let go of that work and find some more space. I'm sure we all have a busy day ahead of us, but give yourself the next couple minutes to really find some quiet. Some turning inwards that allows your body, your nervous system, even your stress hormones to a degree, to find a little lower set point to start your day. Finding a deeper inhale, finding a longer exhale. And when you're ready, you can make your way onto your side and slowly up to a cross-legged seated position. Let's take our hands to heart center. We'll take a nice deep breath in and a full exhale out. Bowing your head. From my light to yours, namaste. Thanks, everybody.